All right, hi y'all. Sorry to interrupt your conversation. It's time to start service. Shabbat Shalom. Time to start services. All right, I'm gonna Shabbat Shalom, and I'm gonna invite Brenda up here to light the Shabbat candles on page 120 of your prayer books if you want to follow along. Thank you. We're now moving over to page 128 for Hine Matov. Hine Matov U'Manayim Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Matov U'Manayim Shevet Achiot Gam Yachad. Hine Matov Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Matov Shevet Achiot Gam Yachad. Hine Matov U'Manayim Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. We now continue with Lachad Odi on page 138 of your prayer books. In this Shabbat, we're going to recite paragraphs 1, 5, and 9. When we arrive on paragraph 9, I invite everyone to stand up and face the entrance as we greet the Shabbat bride. Lecha dodi likrat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela. 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 Shamor v'zachor b'dibor echad, Hishmi'anu el hamyuchad, Adonai echad u'shemo echad, L'shem l'teferet v'letila. Lecha dodi likrat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela. Hitoreri, Kiva ore kumi ori, uri shir daberi, Kivod Adonai alek negila. Lecha dodi likrat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela. Please rise. Boi v'shalom ater ritba'a, gam b'smicha u'tzola, toch u'manei am segula, bo likrat kala, Panei Shabbat nekabela, Lecha dodi likrat kala, Panei Shabbat nekabela, Lecha dodi likrat kala, Panei Shabbat nekabela, Lecha dodi likrat kala, Panei Shabbat nekabela. You may be seated. Now moving to page 142 for Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boechem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi melech malachei hamlachim hagadosh baruch hu. Baruchuni l'shalom, malachei hashalom, malachei elyon. Mi melech malachei hamlachim hagadosh baruch hu. Seichem l'shalom, malachei hashalom, malachei elyon. Mi melech malachei halachim, hakadosh baruch hu. Turn the page to 144. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, Be'elma divrach yotev yamlik malchutei, B'chayechon uv'yomechon, Uv'chayer dechol beit Yisrael, Bagala, Uv'izman kariv, V'imaru amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevarach, Layala mulal me'al mayam, Yitbarach, v'yishtabach, v'yitpa'ar, v'yipromam, v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar, v'yitale, v'yitalal, Shemei Kudasha barichu, le'elam min kol berchata v'shiratam, Tushbechata v'nechemata, Da'al miran be'alma, ve'imaru, amen. Now turn the page to 146, and I invite you to rise for the Baruch Hu. You may be seated. Let's read the English together on top of page 149. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, from whom the evening flows. Your wisdom sets the way on which time and season glide. Your breath guides the sail of the stars. Creator of the tide of time and light, you guide the current of day into night. As heaven spans to infinity, you set its course for eternity. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, from whom the evening flows. Baruch atah Adonai, hamariv aravi. And we now turn the page and let's read the English together on the bottom part of 151. Wisdom and wonder, passion, instruction, story and symbol. All these things your Torah gives to us. And the more we devote ourselves to it, the more it grows and gives. What could be a true token of your abiding love, and the holiest of your works in the living language that gives it form? Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. Turn to 152 for the Shema. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kivot Malechuto Leolam Vaed. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levacha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol meyodecha v'hayu ha'devarim ha'elem asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinartam levarnecha v'divartam ba'am v'shivtecha b'veitecha Uvatecha havaderech, ushofpecha uvkumecha, ukshartam leot al yadecha, v'hayu letotafot beineinecha, uktaftam al mizuzo beitecha, uvisharecha. Lema'an tizkeru v'ashitem et chol mitzvotai, v'yitem kedoshim leloechem, Ani Adonai Elohechem, Asher hotzetiechem meretz Mitzrayim, liot lachem le'Elohim. Ani Adonai Elohechem. Now move to page 158 for the Micha Mocha. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Mi chamocha ba'alim Adonai. Mi kamocha ne'edar ba'kodesh. No ra tehilot ose efele. No ra tehilot ose efele. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. We now move to V'shamru on page 162. V'shamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, lasot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. V'shamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, lasot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. B'nei Uvein, B'nei Yisrael, B'nei Yisrael, Oti le'olam. V'shamru B'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, lasot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Ki shet yamim asa Adonai, asa Adonai, et hashamayim ve'et haaretz v'shamru b'nei Yisrael, et hashabat lasot et hashabat ledorotam berit olam. Uvayom hashvi'i shavat vayinafash, shavat vayinafash, shavat vayinafash, v'shamru b'nei Yisrael et hashabat lasot et hashabat ledorotam berit olam. Now move to the Amidah on page 164, and when you arrive there, I invite you to stand with me. Adonai sefatai tiftach ufiya itahilatecha. Adonai sefatai tiftach ufiya itahilatecha. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol v'Hagibor v'Hanorah, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'Konei Hakol, V'Zocher Chasdei Avot Imahot, V'Mevi B'Ulam L'Bnei B'neihem, L'Man Shemo V'Yahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshiach U'Magen, Baruch Atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, Ezrat Sarah. Atalibor le'olam Adonai, Mechayei hakol atara li'oshia, Mashiach haruach u'mari ha'gashem, Mechalkel chayim v'chesed, Mechayei hakol v'rachamim rabim, Tomech noflim v'rovei cholim, U'matir asurim, U'mekayem emunato lishanei avar, Micham nocha ba'al gevurot, U'midom melach, Melech mimit u'mechayeh, U'matzmirach Yeshua, Le'man atah lechayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, Lechayei hakol. We will now continue silently until page 180. You may be seated whenever you like. Osei Shalom Bimroma. Hu Yaseh Shalom Aleinu. Ve'yakol Yisrael. Vimru, Vimru, Amen. Osei Shalom Bimromav. Hu Yaseh Shalom Aleinu. Ve'yakol Yisrael. Vimru, Vimru, Amen. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, V'yakol Yisrael. 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 Okay, now some words of Torah. So when I was young, my family would go on these long Alaskan road trips. And during these treks, my dad would play his entire CD collection, essentially, of music. And he was real partial to Tom Paxton. Yeah. And there's one song that I remember specifically called The Marvelous Toy. And you may know what song I'm talking about, but I'm gonna give you a few lyrics just in case you don't. It goes like this. The first time that I picked it up, I had a big surprise, because right on the bottom were two big buttons that looked like big green eyes. I first pushed one and then the other, and I twisted its lid. And when I set it down, here's what it did. It went zip when it moved and bop when it stopped and whir when it stood still. I never knew just what it was, and I guess I never will. When I was a kid, I hated this song. What was this toy? The description was so amazing, so tantalizing, but it was never enough for me to imagine a clear picture. And the mystery frustrated me, because it was just a few more details I could understand this toy. Well, in today's Torah portion, Tetzaveh, we have a similar frustrating mystery. Tetzaveh is concerned with details, ironically enough. Details about the Mishkan, the tent designed to hold God's presence. Details about the area outside the Mishkan. Details about the oil and lamp within it. Details about ordaining priests and daily offerings. And within these details, we learn that what Aaron, the high priest, is supposed to wear, which is a special breastplate. And among all of these details, we get a mystery that comes from a single tantalizing line. It goes like this. In the breastplate, the high priest will place the Urim and Tumim, which will be placed by Aaron's heart, and thus he shall bear judgment over all of Israel. And that's it. And like the mysterious toy, this mystery frustrates me. How does a single line of Hebrew text concerning two mysterious and small objects, the Urim and the Tumim, provide judgment over all of Israel? And even the translations are unclear. The popular theory is that Urim, which kind of sounds like or, would mean light, and that Tumim, which kind of sounds like Tamim, means just or upright. Other translations that I found are brightness and perfection, or teaching and truth. We don't see the Urim and Tumim used in any other way in the Bible. I'm not the only one frustrated by the lack of detail given to us. There are many rabbis before me who have speculated on what these objects could be and how they worked. Rashi, a famous medieval scholar, claimed that the Urim and Tumim, along with the breastplate, atone for the mistakes made in court cases. If a judgment was poorly given, then a judge could wear the breastplate to atone for their mistake. Another medieval scholar named Rashbam develops his own theory from the text. He believed that God used the breastplate and the Urim and Thummim to turn the priest into an avatar, and God dispensed judgment on Israel through the priest. And the third interpretation, and by far the longest, is by Ramban. And he claimed that the Urim gave the priest divine inspiration by lighting the eyes of the high priest. But the divine inspiration can be confusing and can be interpreted in multiple ways. And so the high priest used the Thummim to help interpret that divine message. So for example, the king would ask the high priest a question like, who is thinking about attacking our borders? And the priest would use the breastplate with the Urim, would divinely show him some possible answers, while the Thummim would help extrapolate the correct answer from these possibilities. In a beautiful way, actually, Ramban can continue the metaphor with the Torah. The Torah, which is the Urim, is by far not straightforward and contains thousands of possibilities of interpretation, and we are the Thummim trying to discover its true meaning. And while we still haven't really discovered how the Urim and Thummim work, I'm kind of curious what a modern equivalent could look like. And my first thought, and I have it somewhere around here, is this: magic 8-ball, right? Could God tell us how to judge our lives and nations through this device? In fact, let's ask it a question. God, how well is my sermon landing so far? Try again later, it says. So there's one possibility. But obviously, I have to ask the right question, right? It has to be a yes or no question for this particular device to work. My next thought, though, which is a completely different thought, is maybe the Urim and Thummim are simply investments that give the high priest a mantle of authority. For example, positions like Secretary of State or Defense endow individuals with lots of power and put them in a position to give effective advice to the president. But there's nothing divine about this process. So I believe the Urim and Thummim are more than just a mantle of authority. And after spending a lot of time in rabbinic contemplation on these objects, I decided if I can unearth a deeper lesson from that ridiculous song about that marvelous toy, I can discover more about the Urim and Thummim. And the last line of that song goes like this, right? I never knew just what it was, and I guess I never will. Instead of focusing on the lack of detail and what's missing from the description, I'm going to instead focus on how the object made the person feel. I believe the marvelous toy provides the owner a sense of wonderment. So if the owner knew exactly what it was, it probably would not remain as exciting and definitely would not deserve a song to be written about it. And I think it's the same for the Urim and Thummim. If we knew exactly what they were, they would lose the wonderment that goes with the mystery. If we knew, for example, the Urim and Thummim was in fact just essentially a magic 8-ball or just a mantle of authority, then we would seriously doubt their validity to make high priests judges over all of Israel. But since we don't know how they work, their power remains a mystery, and thus their effectiveness continues. Some things are powered by electricity. The Urim and Thummim, however, are powered by mystery. And I'm never going to like that song, but I love the idea of the mystery is what keeps the marvelous toy compelling. So maybe not all mysteries need to be solved. Thus, the Urim and Thummim should not be a source of frustration, but a source of wonderment. Thank you. And we're now moving on to our Misha Berach, our prayer for healing, which you can find on page 371 of your prayer books. And in our own community, we're thinking about these members: Ross Brumack, Frank Eriskin, Haley Goodstein, Bob Goodstein, Alex Sportnick, Anita Gibbs, Anna Dietrich, and Louis Spies. If there's someone who you are thinking about, please feel free to say their names out loud or in your hearts. Misheberach Avoteinu Nekor HaBracha Leimotenu. May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misheberach Imotenu Mikor HaBracha Le'avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. We now move to the Elenia, which is on page 587 of your prayer books. And when you arrive there, I invite you to stand with me. Erev Shabbat Page 591. Do we gain wisdom in our lives, overflowing like a river with understanding? We love each of us for the peace we bring to others. May our deeds exceed our speech. May we never lift up our hands to conquer fear and doubt and despair. Rise up like the sun, O God, over all humanity, and cause light to go forth over all the lands between the seas, and light up the universe with the joy of wholeness, of freedom, and of peace. V'ne'emar v'haya Adonai l'melech al kol haaretz v'yom hahu yiyeh Adonai echad u'shemo echad. We now turn to the Mourner's Kaddish, which you can find on page 598 of your prayer books. And in our own community, we're thinking about these yard sites this week. Joseph Bruno, Dora Karen, Patty Falkowitz, Jean Geckler, Dora Klavansky, Joseph Lazur, and Marcella Rumack. If there's someone who you are thinking about for this Shabbat, please feel free to say their names out loud or in your hearts. Zikunom Livracha. Their memories be for a blessing. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah bilma divrach chayote v'yamlik malchute v'chayechon uvyamechon uv'chayedachol beit Yisrael ba'agala uvizman kari v'imru amen. Yehei shmei rabba mevarak le'alam ulamei almaya yitbarak v'yishtabak v'yitpa'ar v'yitbramam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei dekudusha barichu Le'elah min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, dalmiran be'alma v'imru, amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleni v'yakol Yisrael, v'imru, amen. Osei shalom b'imromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleni v'yakol Yisrael, v'imru, amen. The one who creates harmony on high, bring peace to us and to all Israel, to which we say, amen. You may be seated. I'm going to invite Roy up here to read our announcements.
All right, thank you, Rabbi, and welcome everyone. Regular events we have Shabbat evening services every Friday at 6 p.m. And second Friday, we have a second service, 7:15-ish. Double feature. Double header? All right. And then we have Oneg after the early services, and still between seconds, first and second, or are we having two Onegs on that? So the party Oneg. So come for 6 o'clock, party Oneg, stay for the double feature, and then we have another Oneg because it's joyful. Regarding Oneg, please consider signing up to sponsor an Oneg in honor of a yahrzeit, a birthday, or other important anniversary to you. There's a sign-up sheet on the wall right outside the sanctuary over there. Our Shabbat morning services and Torah study are from 10:30 till around noon. Every Wednesday morning at 8:30, we have a minyan meeting via Zoom, and every Thursday morning, a minyan meeting in person here in the synagogue. Each of those is at 8:30, and for the one on Thursday, those of us that can afford the time, head over to Kava Pancake House, not far from here, and continue our conversations. There's religious school on Sundays, 9:30 for Hebrew class, and 10 a.m. for Shabbat time machine. Every third Saturday, we participate in Feeding the Hungry, and that's at 12:30 p.m., and I need to get the location squared away. Where? At Fairview Rec Center. Thank you, Rabbi. And let's see, we have a CBS movie night. It's our second. We did one last month, so now we can say it's the second monthly. This will be March 2nd, which I believe is this coming Saturday. A comedy called A Matter of Size. It is not recommended for children. Will the youth group be selling popcorn again? We don't know. But anyway, and Barbara Brown has been, who is our volunteer of the month, has been taking the lead on this and hopes that this will become a monthly thing with a variety of kinds of movies. We have Torah Uncensored via Zoom on the second Saturday of the month from 12:30 to 2 p.m. And every third Saturday is Judaism 101, 9 a.m. via Zoom. And every third Wednesday is our Board of Trustees meeting, 7 p.m. live in the synagogue library over there, as well as being available by Zoom. All CBS members are welcome and encouraged to attend, please. On March 30th, we will be joining Christians for Equality and the Interfaith Council of Alaska in holding a vigil for those who've died in Anchorage for being unhoused. It's March 30th, 1 p.m. It's going to be at First United Methodist Church downtown. All are invited to come and light a candle. And we have Dungeons and Dragons. Is it second Sunday or every other Sunday? And is that this weekend is one? Okay. This weekend and every other one, it's 12:30 over there in the library. And it's not too soon to start thinking about CBS's third annual camp out at Trail River Campground near Seward, and that will be July 18th through the 21st, so put it on your calendar. Oh, thank you. I knew there was something else. It's going to be a fabulous Purim. Very fabulous with a PH to get the P in there. 23rd of March, 6 p.m. Costume contests, Hamantaschen contest, dance party. Wonderful time will be had by all. And yes, so be here if you can make it. All right, any other announcements? Yeah. Saturday Oh, okay. So the rabbi has organized a support group for dealing with what's going on with the Hamas-Israel war, and that's been really good. The next one will be March 2nd, which is that Saturday? Saturday at 12:30. So, and that's going to be via Zoom. Right. So, all right. Thank you much.
Okay, now for our concluding melody. I think it's on 647. Yes, it's the bottom of 647. Ozi V'Zimrat Yah. Ozi V'Zimrat Yah Vayehi Eli Lishua. 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 Shabbat Shalom, y'all. If you got any questions, the 8-ball's right here.